In this video, you're going to learn how to create links for your web page. Now, links are the meat and potatoes of your web page because it's how a visitor will get from one site to another. So I'll give an example. You're going to use the A tag with an href attribute, and we're just going to set it to Google. And you have to make sure that you give it the proper address or else you will get an error. Actually, it won't give you an error, it just won't work. So here it is, and we're going to open it, and it gives us to Google. Now you can use the target attribute. See, I click on this and it opens it in the new tab. So why that's good is because it leaves the original web page open. So the user doesn't have to go through a million, backspaces to try to find your website, because you want to make it as easy as possible for your user to use your website. I mean, as obvious as that sounds, it will keep your user there. And also by having this web page active for a longer time, that activity will rank you higher in Google or any other search engines. Now, here's a good example of inner links. So this was an outer link, right? I linked to something outside of my website. That's an outgoing link. But ingoing links, or inbound links, no. Inner links are just as important. So the perfect example for that is Wikipedia. So let's go to polar bears. Just first thing I think of. And you see all of these links, right? So if I click on sea ice, then it takes me to the web page that is still a part of Wikipedia, but it's sea ice. And see, this is anchor text still. Like Arctic Ocean is anchor text. And you see what I could do with the target blank? If we click on this, then it would have kept the polar bear open. So then I could go back and reference the polar bear webpage instead of having to press the back button like I had to do. So these inner links are also important to have on your website. You will want to have, you don't want to have a lot. This is Wikipedia. If this wasn't Wikipedia, this would be a total overkill of inner links. You'd probably want to have one or two. And the reason that's important, it tells search engines and scrapers what your content is mainly about. Like the entirety of your website will be shown in your anchor text. And then that gives Google or any other search engine a good idea of what your website is about. And it will rank you for those things. That's not also including, that's not including the navigation, just purely in the text, just one or two inner links. But it's always good to have, good navigation and stuff on top. And we'll go over that later in the projects. So as I said in the last lecture, how to make your image a link. So what you would do here for your input is you would put an image. So what's a good image for? Let's just see what happens when I Google. Find an image. Let's do a doodle for Google. Take that image and boom. There's my image, even though I didn't close it. Broke my own rule. I didn't close my tag whenever I opened it. For shame, for shame. But now you can see when I click on this, it goes to Google, and the target blank attribute is still active. So now you know how to create links to the rest of your web page and to outgoing web pages as well. And in the next video, we're going to dive into your second coding challenge. Look forward to it.